The Minister for Energy and Green Transition, Honorable John Abdullahi Jinapor, has announced that the Electricity Company of Ghana has saved the nation over $300 million after terminating non-performing and overpriced contracts. Speaking during a visit to ECG headquarters, the minister explained that the savings followed a comprehensive review of 347 contracts, of which 202 were cancelled. He added that more than 100 others remain under review to ensure value for money. Honorable Jinapor commended ECG for improving operational efficiency, noting that the company recorded its highest ever monthly revenue of 1.678 billion Ghana cedis in June 2025, a 47% rise from the previous year. He revealed that payments to independent power producers have also increased, with $1.47 billion dispersed so far in 2025. The minister further warned against corruption and misconduct within the company, stressing that governments will not protect anyone found guilty of wrongdoing, while pledging continued support for honest and hardworking staff. Ghana's petroleum savings are on the rise, with the Ghana Heritage Fund and the Ghana Stabilization Fund now holding a combined book value of over $1.42 billion as of June 30, 2025, the Bank of Ghana reports. The Heritage Fund, set up to benefit future generations, closed the period at $1.36 billion, up from $1.26 billion, while the Stabilization Fund, which supports the national budget during low oil revenue periods, ended at $123 million. The Heritage Fund earned nearly $24 million in net returns with no withdrawals, while the Stabilization Fund received $44 million, highlighting its role in stabilizing Ghana's finances. The senior manager for grid expansions and energy systems at the Energy Council of South Africa, Keith Katyora, says Africa's clean energy transition will remain out of reach without first expanding its power grids. Speaking at the Africa Sustainable Energy Centers event during World Energy Week 2025, he warned that inadequate transmission capacity is hindering renewable projects across the continent, citing South Africa's need for over 14,000 kilometers of new transmission lines by 2035 to support 70 gigawatts of planned renewable projects. Mr. Katyora said his outfit is exploring a private transmission model that allows developers to build and share infrastructure under regulated agreements, estimating the approach could unlock 22 billion rands in private investments. He emphasized that governments must create frameworks that protect all parties and called on policymakers to prioritize grid expansion to ensure reliability, power quality, and long-term energy security across Africa. Russian President Vladimir Putin has accused certain Western elites of deliberately disrupting the global energy system. Speaking at the 8th Russian Energy Week in Moscow, he said while the restructuring of global energy relations is a natural outcome of emerging economies and rising energy demand, Western political actions, particularly Europe's refusal to buy Russian energy, have triggered economic setbacks, including rising prices and declining industrial output. President Putin noted that energy trade is increasingly shifting towards the global south, with Russia maintaining its position as a top oil producer and boasting one of the world's greenest energy balances, as 87% of its energy output has low or zero carbon emissions. He also highlighted Russia's leadership in nuclear technology, with ongoing projects in Bangladesh, Egypt, and Turkey, predicting that nuclear energy will play a major role in the future global energy mix. Energy Brief is proudly brought to you by Airport Fee Hotel. Energy Ghana, local in focus, global in perspective.